Okay, we're looking at this site here. It's become very useful. enchantedlearning.com/grammar/contractions. If you go to this site, you can see a list of very important and useful contractions. I recommend that you do not use contractions in your speech, especially when you're talking with someone who does not understand English, or if your pronunciation is very difficult. But it's important that you know contractions, and so let's take a look at this. Let's read what the author of this text has to say, and then look over the different tables or different graphs that they have of the information. A contraction is a shortened form of one or two words, one of which is usually a verb. In a contraction, an apostrophe takes the place of the missing letter or letters. Some contractions are I'm, I am, can't, cannot, how's, how is, and ma'am for madame. For example, don't is a contraction that is short for do not. The apostrophe in don't takes the place of the missing O. Another example is o'clock, a contraction of the clock. A less common example of a contraction is jack-o'-lantern, is short for jack of lantern. In it, the apostrophe takes the place of the missing F in of. Okay, this is very helpful. I recommend that you take a look at it. You can see the be, will, would, have, had, and then I believe it's a she. She takes I, and then the verb be. I will, I would, I have, I had, and then all the different ways you can say this. Well, for I, you, he, she, it, we, they, that, who, what, where, when, why, and how. Some of these aren't so common, like how and had, how'd, how had, how's, how has, how'd, how would. But most of these are very common, and you need to study all of them. I'll read over the I and be. I'm, or I am. I will is I'll, or I will. I would, I'd, I would. I have, I've, I have. I had, I'd, I had. You plus be, your, you are. You plus will, you'll, you will. You plus would, you'd, you would. You plus have, you've, you have. You plus had, you'd, you had. Many different words. I want you to choose one or two of the words here in the column, and then say all of the words that are in the different forms. Like if you say it, for example, it's or tis, it is. Tis é uma coisa mais antiga, mais poética, mas está usado. 'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus. It's so sweet to trust in Jesus. É uma música, muitas vezes alguma coisa poeticamente ou mais antiga, mas não tem que ser antigo pode ser utilizado hoje. Então você escolhe, you can choose some of the words and put it in the different contexts to see if you can pronounce the contractions. If you need any help with that, please let me know. But this is a wonderful list. Esse list aqui é maravilhoso. Eu recomendo você estudar tudo esse list aqui, por favor. É verdade, o site inteiro é muito bom. Ok. Words negating a verb and the contraction is not, isn't, are not, aren't, was not, wasn't, were not, weren't, have not, haven't, has not, hasn't, had not, hadn't, will not, won't, would not, wouldn't, do not, don't, que é provavelmente mais comum, don't, does not, doesn't, did not, didn't, cannot, can't, também é comum, can't, could not, couldn't, should not, shouldn't, might not, mightn't, must not, mustn't. Esses últimos duas é menos comum dos outros na minha experiência, mas é muito bom você estudar esse aqui. It's very good. Words, odd ones. Of, and the contraction is O. Of the clock, o'clock. Madame, ma'am. Never do well. Never do well. Nunca faz bem. Never do well. Ne'er do well. Cat of nine tails. Cat of nine tails. Jack of the lantern. Jack-o'-lantern. Will of the wisp. Will of the wisp. And it was. 'Twas. It's an archaic form. 'Twas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Oh, there are tests that you can do, and I highly recommend these. You can see the answers, and all of these are available on this site in www.enchantedlearning.com. I hope you enjoy this, and you can contact the people of this site and let them know how great this information is. Lord bless you, and thank you for your studies. Have a great day.